So everybody, here we are. This program called Pixlr. Some of you may have used it before. It's an online editor. To get to it, you need to type in pixlr.com/e/. We will be using this for most of our image manipulation. Okay. So the idea is we're going to do this kind of alphabet project. Okay, so it's to do with obviously fonts. We've been looking at lettering and fonts over time. There's some great examples on Pinterest of what other people have done. So going back over Pixlr, first thing you'll need to do is create new. You've got all these standard sizes here: Facebook cover, web small. I really want to work on A4. Doesn't seem to be one. I may have missed it, but I can't see it. So up here, type in A4. You need to know what the dimensions of A4 are. So you can either look them up, or I know they are 210. Width and height is 297. So I want that to be slightly bigger. So I'm just going to put a 0 at the end of both of those, but that will retain the proportions. So create, and there's our A4 page. So these little icons down the side, pretty much the same as what you've got on Photoshop. You can have a little play with them. First of all, I don't expect you to get this right straight away. So you change your colours. So it looks pretty familiar. The layout's pretty good. It's not so great probably if you've got a bad internet connection. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is to open up maybe one of your photographs. So open image. So you may have that saved on your desktop. There's mine. And over here on the right, you can see you can make that bigger, zoom in a bit, which is quite handy. You can also do it over here. So what I want you to do is decide what colour you would like for that. I'm going to go with black. Okay. Now over here, you need to, because you're going to go for adjustments, go to threshold. That will instantly turn it all black and white and into a graphic. Now you can play around with a slider to get that how you want it. It may not be perfect, but get it so that you can see all of the letter shapes. Apply. And then what I'm going to get you to do is you're going to add a new layer. Okay, so click down here. This will give the option of empty, image or text. So we want empty. And what we're going to do over here, we're going to go back, we're going to change our colour. So I would like to change that to a magenta. Let's do the process colours, magenta, cyan and yellow at this point. And then what I want you to do is use the flood fill. So this thing looks like a bucket. And you're going to click in that empty layer and cover everything. Then what you're going to do, right mouse click, and then you just go to blend mode. Now in Photoshop that says, I think, filter, but we want to go over to where it says lighten. Okay, and you can see now that has changed all of that black to this magenta color. Now you can then save that. You can do the same with a cyan, you can do the same with a yellow and a black, and keep them as separate files and then open them up, and we can do some stuff with multiply and get the usual kind of channel shift effect if we want to do that. But I'm not going to do that because I found an easier way. So save that. So we go to save, and we'll call that magenta. And we want a nice high quality, and then we're going to download it. While we're downloading that, we're going to come up here, we're going to type in photomosh.com. okay, so what you're going to do with that website is, I will show you once it loads up. Here we go. We're going to insert our picture we just saved. Choose file, and I'm going to go to downloads, and there it is. Open that, and then what we're going to do is you've got all these different effects down the side. So you can click one, you can adjust it here. You don't really know what it's going to do at this point. Click Mosh, but then you can adjust that, get it how you want it. So it's a kind of image editor, but it has some really cool effects. And then you just save it. Once it's saved, that'll open up there. You can do something with that, put that into a PowerPoint document or Word, or save it. Now you can play around with a lot of these. Just literally go through them. That's a nice one. Again, you might be thinking, I want to do a bit more with that, or less. Save it again. The other thing you can do is just keep doing random clicks until you get some interesting ones. I tend to do this and save it, keep going, save it. I mean, this way you can be selective. That's nice. Love the way it's affected that A. That looks lovely. So some of these we'll use, some we won't. And you just keep going with that. So it's a really, really good program. Save that. Okay, and that's one really quick way of developing. Then obviously after you've done that, you could open that back up into Pexlr and play around with it a little bit more. Okay, I hope that helps. We'll do more